I actually just grew up 30 minutes from here in Belmont. Growing up in the South, we loved two things, and that was church and Chili's. Everybody in the South goes to church. There's one on every corner. They even try to fool you with churches. Like right now, you think you're in a theater. But the reward for going to church is that then you get to go to Chili's. And Chili's in my hometown was the fanciest restaurant. It was so fancy, I referred to it as Chili's. Now, I grew up Methodist, which is considered Christian light. Yeah, just a little dabble do it. Just a little bit of Jesus, that's all you need. And all that we cared about was that the preacher was done with his sermon by noon so that we could beat the Baptists to the Chili's. It'd be 11:55, and if the preacher was still yammering on, you could hear the choir slowly start singing, "Baby back ribs, how sweet the sauce." We're like, "Preacher, wrap it up." I've always been a fan of food my whole life. And you know, some people, if they were a fat kid, they will look back on it and be very bitter about it. Not me. I love being a fat kid. You know why? No one ever tried to snatch me. And this was the 80s when snatching was all the rage. I would have been a perfect candidate, too. I loved candy. Loved it. I would have done anything for a Snickers bar. I love rides in white vans. Oh. Who needs windows? It turns out, Snatchers have a type. I didn't know this. They have a type, and it's not little girls that look like the fat kid from the movie The Sandlot. That kid's face is on a vintage t-shirt and people are wearing it again and I am running into them and they freak out. They're like, "Oh! Oh! Oh!" Then I have to be like, "You're killing me, Smalls." Because I don't want to let people down. When I was in elementary school, I joined the Girl Scouts of America. Any former Girl Scouts? Oh, there we go. Honestly, I joined to get in on that cookie game they were running. That was a very sophisticated operation. I also wanted to be around little girls that like campfires and shoulder massages. I kept trying to get them to make shoulder massages a badge. They're like, "No, you creepo." Now, my brothers, they were in the Boy Scouts, which was really intense. They would get dropped off on the top of a mountain with just an egg and a match. That's it. Their troop leader would be like, "We'll see you in 3 days. Bring back an elk." They'd come home all exhausted and dirty. I'd be laying on the couch like, samesies. I get it. Girl Scouts is hard too. Do you know how hard it is to sell something everybody wants? People keep knocking on my door. And I don't know if you guys were following the news a while ago, but the Boy Scouts got in a lot of trouble because some people wanted girls to be able to join the Boy Scouts. Some even wanted to combine the two groups. Now, you would assume that a progressive lady such as myself would be into that, but I was not. I was against it, and I'll tell you why. That was the only time in my entire childhood I had a room full of girls to myself. You know? You think I want a Timmy walking in being like, "Hey guys, I can build a fire." We get it, Timmy! I can build a fire too. Angela, I can build a fire too. Get the fuck out of here. day. Now, I was considered... Now, you'd think I would have watched my eating habits so I could fit in cooler clothes, but that did not happen. I love food, and I never exercised. All I did was ride my bicycle from my house to my neighbor's house. It was about that far apart. On a steel horse, I rode. And then one day, my 12-year-old body bent that steel bicycle seat in half. Oh, I thought it was awesome. I was like, I defied physics. And my parents were like, you're about to get diabetes. You gotta reel it in. So my brother was this really amazing swimmer, and my parents hoped that it ran in the family. And they wanted me to join the swim team in my hometown. And so I was like, I don't know. They said, just go check out a meet, see what you think. So I went to a swim meet, and I noticed that all of the swimmers were eating Fun Dip before their races. You guys remember Fun Dip? It's just a packet of sugar and a piece of chalk. So they would eat this Fun Dip before they raced because they thought that the sugar would help spike their energy up and help them swim faster. I'm like, I'm not here to question the science, but I would like to join the swim team. So I joined the team for the Fun Dip. And at my very first swim meet, they hand me my team uniform. I pull it out. It's this bright green one-piece Speedo, and I'm like, I don't wear Speedos or one-piece or two-piece. I'm good. They were like, well, you gotta wear it. What do you normally wear? I said, normally a XXL T-shirt with the sleeves cut off and a pair of sweatpants. Swim in that to this day. I call it my lesbian swimsuit. They're like, well, if you want to be on the team, you gotta wear this Speedo. I'm like, fine. So I'm pulling the Speedo up on my 12-year-old body. It has never seen the light of day, and I'm finally getting on. And we happen to have a team picture on this very first swim meet of mine. So I line up with the rest of the team, ready for my picture. And you know when you're 12, life hasn't gotten you down yet, so you stand a little taller. So I'm standing there smiling for my team picture, and it's just Speedo, Bush. Speedo, Bush. At one point, I even give a thumbs up. Tell you that this is an issue. You're 12. That's creepy. So I'm just walking around the swim meet, all excited. I find the concession stand. I saddle up to it, bush out. I'm acting like I'm Norm on Cheers, like, hit me. And they proceed to feed me Fun Dip and nachos the entire swim meet. They just kept going back and forth. I just kept eating it back and forth. Sweet and salty, sweet and salty. And I was so consumed with the Fun Dip and nachos that I ended up missing every single heat. And nobody realized it until the very last heat, which was the hardest stroke. It was the butterfly. And this mom volunteer comes running up in a panic. She goes, Fortune, you hadn't swam. And I go, oh, because I was in a diabetic coma. She goes, Fortune, you gotta go swim. If you don't swim, the whole team gets disqualified. And if we get disqualified, we don't get a free pizza party at the end of the summer. I'm like, pizza party? Why didn't you lead with that? So I run over to the starting block. So nervous and excited because the entire pizza party is riding on my back. And I climb up on the starting block, and I'm watching everybody warm up, and they're shaking their arms. So I'm all shaking my arms, you know, hopped up on kids' cocaine. So I'm shaking my arms, all tweaking out, like, shaking my legs, adjusting my goggles, I put my hair, I'm ready, let's go. And right as they are about to shoot the gun to start the race, I realize I don't actually know how to swim. No one bothered to teach me. And my parents knew this and signed me up for the swim team anyway, those monsters. I certainly didn't know how to dive. So they shot the gun, and all these kids just beautifully dove into the pool. I just threw myself. I landed in a jazz hand, but I'm flailing like, I am publicly drowning. And nobody is trying to help me at all. They just keep yelling at me, butterfly! 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 I'm like, guys, no, this is more of a caterpillar body. I haven't transformed. And it was in that moment that I realized I could stand in the pool. It wasn't that deep. And that's when I noticed the disappointment on my parents' faces, and it killed me. I was like, all right, I gotta do something. I decided right then and there I was gonna run the entire length of the pool. I was gonna swim up top, run down bottom, like the Mullet of swimming. I was like, no one will know the wiser. I am an actress. So I legit ran the entire way just like this. Did it. I got there first. I beat everybody. I was ready to sign a 3-year deal with Speedo, get my own Fun Dip flavor. I'm like, suck it, swim nerds. Then they immediately informed me that I had been disqualified. Apparently, you cannot run or touch the bottom of the pool when you swim, which is some bullshit created by men. Somebody came up to me, just said, get out of the pool, sir. Yeah.